After 6 days, Colorado's special legislative session has come to an end, and the final day was filled with some dramatic moments. And the whole endeavor either went very well or was a huge waste of time, depending on whom you ask. I'm glad you're with us this Tuesday night. I'm Shannon Ogden. Now, lawmakers' work now to address a $1 billion budget deficit is not over just yet. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon explains what is next and why that has some lawmakers on edge.
After 6 days, Colorado's special session is over.
This has been an incredible session.
Actually, what we did was make a budget crisis worse.
And how it went depends on who you ask.
I want to say I'm sorry to the people of Colorado that we weren't able to accomplish what really should have been done, which is looking at how we prioritize our budget and how we keep more money in the pockets of hardworking Coloradans.
Republicans are disappointed.
I would love for them to point to exactly what we didn't accomplish.
Democrats believe they got the job done.
This special session was caused by a $1.2 billion reduction in revenue for the state of Colorado, caused by new tax loopholes, primarily for high net worth individuals and corporations in H.R. 1, the big whatever bill.
The state budget director tells Denver 7 some of that loss was absorbed by the state education and affordable housing funds. Around $300 million of surplus dollars, which would have gone to taxpayers, helped fill the gap as well. But lawmakers, they were left to address a budget gap of about $783 million.
We closed a bunch of loopholes that are going to save us from having to make $250 million worth of cuts.
Not only did we increase taxes, we start trying to figure out how to balance the budget on the backs of small business now.
On Thursday, Governor Jared Polis will be presenting a plan to the Joint Budget Committee addressing the remaining $500 million.
These are going to be cuts that people will see and feel, that Coloradans, it's unavoidable that there will be some pain caused by cutting $250 million from a $16.5 billion budget.
Both sides have speculations on what could be cut.
I do think there will probably be some across-the-board cuts in Medicaid.
What also I've been hearing is higher education. I heard possibly there might be an across-the-board cut, but they really seem to be shying away from doing across-the-board cuts.
The Joint Budget Committee now bracing for more cuts.
I'm tired and I'm disappointed, but I'll see you on Thursday, I'm sure.
With one day off before they're back to work. Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Well, the State House today nearly unanimously passing a resolution to condemn now former Republican State Rep Ryan Armagost of Berthoud. Just 3 Republicans voted against this. In April, during the regular session, Armagost took a picture of Democratic State Rep Yara Zukai. He then shared it to a GOP group chat where he and other lawmakers made vulgar remarks about her outfit. Well, House Dems planned to censure Armagost last week, but then he suddenly resigned before they could. We spoke with Representative Zukai after the resolution passed, and she criticized Republican leadership for not taking action sooner.
This member was able to remain chair of the Workplace Harassment Committee even after our leadership asked to have him removed. It is not surprising that former Representative Armagost continues to dodge accountability and fail to take ownership for the harm that he caused.
And we reached out to Armagost, who provided us with a statement about the resolution. He said he told the House Speaker today, this is a quote, "Whatever you all think will help distract Colorado voters from the perpetually increasing horrific nonsense being pulled by the Democrats in that building." End of quote.